Hey guys, welcome back to Rage of the Titan. We're playing episode 6. It says the world turns upside down. Will you believe your eyes or your heart? No clue. Let's figure it out. I don't know. I forget. We were in a weird place last time. We always are in a weird place. I think last time we spent the whole time in a club. Or no, we did an episode after that. Look. Oh yes, we're stuck in this closet with him. Oh my gosh, Stranger Things. Hey, I can't wait for the new season of that to come out. Because seriously, I really would like to watch that. Oh, you can kind of see Alice swinging in the background back there. So we'll see how she goes. Hopefully she falls asleep, but who knows. Let's see. Miss Black was standing way too close. I could hear her breath quicken. What the hell? Why? I felt a tight knot in my stomach. If she opens this door right now, we're done for. I'll never graduate this university. Murphy sensed a wave of panic that had come over me and pressed me against himself a bit harder. I clung to his collar with my trembling fingers. It's all gonna be alright. Miss Black. The sudden voice almost made me jump, and I hit my head against the wall. Miss Black immediately turned towards the sound. Her hand reaching for the door, Murphy held me tighter with his hand on my waist. His heart is beating so fast. So is mine. I squeezed my eyes shut, waiting for us to be discovered the next moment. Miss Black. The voice seemed annoyed. She swore under her breath and walked out to the hallway. For a while they talked in hushed voices, and then the door to the office flew shut, leaving us alone. It's over. You can calm down now. Well, unless she comes back. We still had to sneak out of the office. Murphy pushed the closet door open and we were back in the office. My heart kept pounding like crazy. I'm not helping you next time. We almost got caught. But we didn't. Besides, I'm sure you liked it. Murphy smiled wolfishly, pointed at the phone holding the answers, and laughed. Stop it. She might still be around. Calm down, princess. She's already left. How do you know? He rolled his eyes, ignoring my preaching voice. Murphy approached the table and started going over the documents, then he took several more pictures. No, seriously, how do you know? Let's go. Trying to beat it before someone else sees us here. We made sure the coast was clear, left the office, and headed to the lecture hall. It seemed like everyone was waiting just for us. Miss Black was standing with her hand on the table and drilling a hole through me with her eyes. Why are you late? Murphy took a step forward, covering me, which made Miss Black roll her eyes subtly. Sorry, it won't happen again. I'll make sure that won't. Come on, take your seats. Back to today's topic of how can you make sure that it won't? And once again, if you're in a university, if you're late and they really don't like it, then they can just kick you out. Like, what do you mean you'll make sure that it won't? Like, I guess we just forget about the fact that this is not a normal school. We'll forget about the fact this whole thing might just be a fabricated place with a bunch of like gods and mythical beings here, I suppose. Because none of this is normal, like at all. Back to today's topic of Murphy immediately pushed me towards the stairs to go up. We took the seats in the last row. Murphy instantly got lost in his phone and I tried to focus on the class. Look, I've been meaning to ask you. About what? Just didn't tell me about that guy in the gray suit. What did he want from you? His tone as he asked me hinted at the fact that he didn't like the situation. Should I evade the answer? I mean, none of my friends are very forthcoming with me. I don't see why I should be very forthcoming with them, but yeah. Let's be nice. Sure. He told me he was friends with Tom and he needed any help I could ask him. What a strange dude or situation. That evening was already pretty strange. Yeah, you're grateful for my honesty. I will be grateful for some of your honesty, but you know, that's too much to ask for old friends, apparently. I'm gonna calm down. Miss Black spoke louder so that everyone could hear her. The headmaster decided we should have a tour of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Earlier this week, some new exhibit items were brought there and would be useful for you to see them. Murphy gave Miss Black a weird look. There was a vague uneasiness in his eyes. What's wrong? Nothing. And there it is again, that lack of communication. Honesty. That would be great. I'm sorry, none of them are going to win me over until I get a little bit of honesty going on here. They're being way too vague for no reason at all. Like, I doubt they have good reasons for this. I really do. People always think they justify the reason why they're hiding things from people that they supposedly care about. But 9 times out of 10, their reasonings are trash. I'm just saying. It's just a tour. He chuckled ambiguously and stared at his phone again. And now, as promised, your test. You have exactly 40 minutes to complete them. After that, you submit them and you may go. This test shouldn't be difficult. Sure, she always says that. 7 minutes later, the test papers reached the last row. Murphy nudged me with his elbow, pointing to my phone. There was a new message containing the correct answers. We did go in there for a reason. I hope she won't have anything to find fault with this time. Ms. Black registered the starting time and everyone began working. Just as planned, 40 minutes later, almost all the students submitted their work and left the hall. Murphy remained seated at his desk. Chris had to wait for him, so I headed down and was already near the exit when Ms. Black called out to me. Melody, your presence at the tour is obligatory. Oh, for the extra credit. I was like, why? I'll factor it in when I calculate your final results. Okay, got it. What's wrong with her? What does outing have to do with me? What? You need extra credit? What are you talking about? Ms. Black turned to the other students. They do a lot of like telling me that she doesn't like me. I'm not like specifically like she has it out for me. I don't know. But I kind of feel like she's like a grouchy teacher, but I'm not necessarily getting the feels that she's just like outright. Like we've seen some pretty nasty people being obviously out to get people. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I don't want her to be worse, but I don't know. There's a lot of telling in this story, not so much like showing me, like, you get what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I hurried away from the lecture hall and headed outside. Let's just continue on. I guess the more we play, I guess the more I'll figure it out, I guess. The moment I walked out, I spotted Julia sitting nearby. At some distance, there were 2 girls discussing something vividly and loudly. The poor loser was sitting by herself again. I wonder why she's still here. What does Michael see in her anyway? I immediately thought of the party and felt an unpleasant lump in my throat. Approach? What I really should do is approach those girls and stuff their coffee cup down their throat. I'm just saying. Like, what the hell? Like, how nasty do you have to be? Like, your jealous ass is sitting there talking crap about people, like, right there. Like, you shouldn't be talking about them at all. For number one. Like, come on. I walked towards her confidently. The closer I came, the more I could tell she was anxious about something. Would you look at that? Oh, come on. People like them should stick together. Coffee cup down the throat. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. Get the fuck out of here. Like, seriously? Like, do you not think I won't go and punch you in the face? Like, I seduced Mr. Dyer to lash out at them and approach Julia. Talking to her now is much more important than listening to mean tongues. Hey, how are you? Oh, Melody, hi. I'm fine. She rose to her feet and gave me a wide smile. It was hard to ignore how fake the smile really was. What are you doing here? The lecture's not even over yet. I didn't expect to see anyone else here at this time. Miss Black gave us a task to let us leave when we finished. Are you waiting for Michael? Yes, I mean, no. He's not coming today. She held herself with her right hand, making her sleeve go up, bearing a fresh bruise. When she noticed I was looking at her arm, she promptly adjusted her t-shirt. I need to go. Julia, wait. Sorry. I really need to... Before I could do anything, Julia ran away. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they sitting there judging Julia like that, and my problem is if they were in this situation, I wouldn't wish that on them. I wouldn't wish that kind of situation on anybody, really. But just you really gotta think about what's going on. I don't know. I can't deal with that. Like, because I'm jealous, I'm going to lash out and treat someone like trash because they have what I want or what I think I want. But like, you don't even know what he's like. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I can't. And it seems like he just wants someone who's too timid to stand up and fight for themselves. And if he finds someone who isn't that way, he wants to beat them in submission using his buddies like he did at the party. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, the type of weak and pathetic pitifulness that unfortunately encompasses too many men in society. It's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, you have to feel like you're a big person by forcing yourself on someone weaker than you. It's like, I decided it didn't really matter. Walked further and sat on the bench. Less than a minute later, the calm was interrupted by my friend's sonorous voice. Melody. Heather ran towards me, almost bounding, leaving the slower students behind. Her bright smile and good mood were noticeable even from the distance. She ran to me and immediately gave me a hug. I miss you so much. You have no idea. We just saw each other yesterday. Don't be a bore. She scrunched up her nose comically at my comment and dragged me by my hand. Since you're here, you're not going to the team's training? The training? Damn it, I completely forgot about that. I should hurry up. Let's go, I'll walk you. But, what's wrong? My training clothes, everything's back home. I don't have anything in my locker. Don't worry, let's go to a store and find you something. Don't they have like a specific... Oh, like, I guess if it's just practice. It's not a uniform. I got up and walked to her car. Several minutes later, Heather was parked outside a sportswear store. We immediately began picking clothes. YSI Sport. I wonder if that's what it's for. Oh, Your Story Interactive. Nice. It was a damn big story. It took Heather at least half an hour to make up her mind on an outfit. She's asleep. Yeah. Oh, looks good. I like that outfit. Finally, this fits me perfectly. Don't you think? Yeah, it's good. She turned in front of the mirror, fixing her hair. Why are you sitting around? Come on, pick something. Yeah, Your Story Interactive Sport. That's cool. Here, try this. Let's see, shorts and a top. Tracksuit. Oh, I like it. Or t-shirt and shorts. Oh, I like the YSI on it. Oh, this one didn't have YSI on it. Oh, that's too bad. But I like this one though. Looking great. Though I think you should put your hair up. See for yourself. Up to you. Well, that's not putting my hair up. Loose hair. Little braids. Ooh, that purple. I'm getting it. Ponytail. Ooh. That's a nice ponytail though. But I can't walk away from purple braids. Come on. I have to have purple hair. I want the purple. Well, now we're ready to set new track records for sure. We left the store, got back to the car, and moved on. She's asleep. The inside of her car always looked like this. Last time we were in the dark, so I didn't notice, but oh my goodness. I've never seen you quite so excited about jogging before. Working on one's health is very beneficial. Besides, and to keep up with you, I feel like you're so much cooler than me. What's that? You're in athletics, you're the best student, and all the professors love you. Except Miss Black, which apparently I'm second in her class, and she didn't like me at all. I wish I was like that. Heather... Where's this gonna get me? Where's this gonna get me? Because I'm not trying to romance her, but I don't think this option is friendly. I don't think any of the options have been friendly so far. Any of the diamond options I've chosen are not friendly type of situations. So, but I do want to say this though. I don't want this sounds like, well, yeah, well, you can get there, meaning that you're not fine the way that you are, but like, you don't have to be me. It'd be weird if you were. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you should surround yourself, sure, with like-minded people to a certain extent, but also to surround yourself with people who challenge you in a healthy way by being different. You know? I'm concerned how this is going to turn out, so let's go through your options. Besides, look, you're the one who's making me go jogging. I even your willpower. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, stop. Seriously, if you want to, I can help you with studying. We can improve your grades by the end of the semester. Great idea. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We returned to the university and headed to the sports hall. When I walked in, everyone was already there. Girls dressed in sports uniforms were standing next to the coach and discussing something loudly. As they saw me, they immediately fell silent. Why do people keep doing this? I heard quiet whispers. Why did she come? Isn't her brother... Hush, she might hear. You were discussing stuff loudly. Like, I already heard you. Sure, time going missing is the hottest topic at the university right now. What was I even expecting? The coach approached me and put his hand on my shoulder in a supporting gesture. Melanie, glad to see you. Good to see you here. Ready for the race? Yeah, you know what? Show you suckers up. Divinity. The coach smiled broadly, clearly happy with my answer. Atta girl. Alright, today's training is off. We decided to introduce some changes to the training plan, so we'll have a class outside today. The girls brightened up and started whispering. I'll see how happy you are in an hour, right? According to the schedule, we have a race at the Central Park today. We immediately headed there, not losing a minute. The park was practically empty. We stopped waiting for the coach's signal. So here's the plan. The circle is about 6 miles long. That shouldn't be hard for you. You can run that in approximately 40 minutes if you don't get distracted by chatting about the latest news. Everyone laughed. On my mark. At the count of 3, everyone rushed forward, trying to outrun each other. I decided to save my stamina and ran calmly, letting everyone run ahead. And you got this. Slow and steady. The first half of the mile was easy for me, but the longer I ran, the harder it was. The path led me away from the public area. There were fewer and fewer people around. Uh-oh. That doesn't bode well. I felt a strange feeling growing inside of me as if someone was watching me. Girl, someone is always watching you. No, it's all in your head. Just keep running. Just keep swimming. Fear was slowly creeping under my skin, hindering my movement. Okay, that took a turn. Yikes. The road seemed endless. The deeper the path went to the park, the less welcoming the surroundings were. How come I still haven't reached the main alley? Why am I not... I came to a sharp stop looking around. It was especially quiet, but a few seconds later I heard a quiet crackling from above. What the... What is that? What is it? It's like just like lounging in there, just like propped up, sleeping. Well, obviously not sleeping. As I raised my head, at first I didn't see anything, but then huge wings slowly appeared from the darkness. Am I hallucinating? I took a step back, trying to shake the vision off. Something continued advancing towards me. You know what it reminds me of? There's like these giant bats Were they down in the Philippines, maybe? Like these giant bats. They're like the size of like a person. But they're like fruit bats or something like that. But that's scary. And it wouldn't go away. Was she like a harpy? Huh. It's a dope design. You. I heard a quiet, guttural growling. The creature kept moving in my direction. My body paralyzed with fear. Couldn't decide how to react. In real life, I would run. However, this is a story. This is a story. So, and usually you should probably stand your ground in a story. Because she's moving towards me. You said you. And the growling was a little bit off-putting. However, we don't know what's going on just yet. And the music kind of sounds mysterious and not aggro, so I'm gonna stay put for now. Ha ha! Despite my desire to run starting to overcome my other senses, I remain still. If what I'm seeing is just a figment of my imagination, why run? But if this is real, creature appeared before me in one swift jump. I stretched my hand, trying to touch his wing and understand if it's real, but it wouldn't let me. Curious. That's good. Okay. Why? You're about to find out. But it's not the time yet. Time for what? My question was left unanswered. As usual, the creature opened its wings and took off in one jump, disappearing in the thick crowns of the trees. I was left standing alone, processing what had just happened. After I caught my breath, I headed back. I wonder if people will think I'm crazy if I tell anyone about this. Yeah, don't tell anybody. Your friends won't tell you the truth anyway, so you might as well just keep it to yourself. I was followed by some strange giant bear with a human face. My thoughts amused me, and the longer I thought about it, the funnier they seemed. Laughter slowly pushed the fear away, replacing it with self-irony. I was walking down the path slowly, submerged in my thoughts, when someone called out to me. Melody? He was standing nearby with some man I didn't know. Well, I don't know him either. The man saw me, bid his goodbyes to Pierce, and hastily walked away. Can you describe him to me? What did he look like? Pierce approached me. I didn't think I'd see you so soon. Jogging after lunch, are you? After lunch? But it's just... Must have lost track of time. Happens to me sometimes, too. I wonder if you also see strange things. Pierce looked at me with unabashed curiosity. I realized I had said it out loud. Don't mind me, I'm just really tired. He smirked and just to the path, invited me to join him. I'm kind of in the middle of training. Fascinating. You know, people are pretty strange. The moment they find themselves out of their comfort zone, see something that's out of their usual world, they immediately start denying it. Well, sure. But it's because we live in a world where there's so much different types of fantasy and things out there, and CG and photoshopping, that it's hard to believe anything these days. Which I think in turn will make it easier for aliens to settle among us and we wouldn't even know. Strange time. What do you mean? Nothing really. A wave of annoyance crashed over me. Now you're annoyed at people avoiding your answers? Avoiding your questions? Not only had I been surrounded by inexplicable events minutes ago, now here comes Pierce with his cryptic statements. I want you to explain yourself. Finish your thought. You know, I was expecting to see you later, but I'm glad we can talk now. I want to ask you so much, Melody. He smirked again, his cold eyes were staring into the distance. Got a feeling this meeting wasn't so random after all. Tell me, what do you believe in? Science, divine power, or question everything? Until I see otherwise, science? divinity and humanity. Okay. How interesting. So you deny magic. I don't deny it, I just don't believe in it until it's been affirmed for me. But are magic and science the same? They can be. They also could not be. Even the northern lights were once something unbelievable, but now it's just fluorescence at the top of layers of the planet's atmosphere. Exactly, so it's like too soon to say, unless you can undeniably say that for now, with our current level of technology or whatever, or understanding, you can call it magic, but I wouldn't be so quick to call it magic until, there's really no explanation, at least at the time. Then I might think, could be magic, but there also could be an explanation for it. That's just how it works. So it's like, sure, like, so it would be really hard. It would be really hard for me to believe in magic, I think. Like, I would really have to see something foolproof, to think, oh, maybe it could be magical. Don't you think that's fascinating? So what, no Big Bang never happened? Of course there was. But as long as you believe in scientific articles and the lies that people use to cover their ignorance, the truth will remain hidden. Well, I mean, sure, you have a certain problem. The same thing they did with religion. They wanted to say that this was all done by a divine power. But really, there was a scientific explanation for it. The same could also be true at the same time. I wouldn't say people use scientific articles. Well, sure, fake scientific articles, of course. But I mean things that have been proven by multiple people. It's not really ignorance then at that point, though, is it? Because you tested it, you actually looked into it, you not just slapped some label on it to just decide that this is what happened. Or some people do that. And they'll say, yeah, I tested it, and it's like, whatever. But I mean, let's test it by multiple people to confirm the same thing. The truth will remain hidden. I don't know if I would use scientific there. The scientific process is completely against that. But of course you can say, I guess it means for the populace who just lie about it, I suppose. So what is this truth? Faith and science walk hand in hand, but only the chosen ones know they're the same. Okay. Don't worry, you'll understand everything soon. People keep saying that shit. It's like, then why talk to me now? Like, these words make me wince. I heard them too many times lately. Thank you. Postponed truth is worse than blunt lies. Thank you. Like, why let anything slip? Why do any of that? Like, why talk about shit like you just talking over my head? And that pisses me off. His words were starting to scare me. What does this have to do with me and my brother? You said you had a relationship with him? What kind of relationship? Pierce smiled, picking up the pace. You're not as simple as you want to come off, are you? I never wanted to come off as simple. Let's just say our relationship is based on mutual benefit. No, let's just say. How about you tell me what your relationship was? The research Tom is conducting happens to intersect with my interests, so I offered him my help. The research, that's it. I completely forgotten. Ramona promised to send me some documents. So what does this research have to do with you? You see, I work closely with the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Recently, they found some new items and brought them there for a week-long exhibit. I wanted to know if Tom could find anything else besides what I already knew about these new exhibits. Could this be the same exhibit we're going to with my class? This all works out way too smoothly. Did he? Excuse me? Did he find anything else? Unfortunately, we were never able to discuss it. He didn't come to our meeting, but that's how I found out something had happened to him. I wanted to keep asking questions, but Pierce got distracted by a call, as people tend to do. 7 minutes later, he came back. I could tell the conversation wasn't pleasant for him. Looks like I'll have to return to work issues. I'm glad I met you today. Hope we'll see each other again soon. Of course. He clearly knows more than he lets on. I hope he doesn't imagine he can keep me in the dark for long. Bruce said goodbye to me and left. There was still a mile to the starting point, so I continued to jog. When we reached the starting point, the rest of the team wasn't there. The coach was sitting on a bench smoking. As he saw me, he immediately threw the cigarette away and walked to me. It took you a while. Sorry about that, I got lost. I hope that's the reason. No, I had nothing to do, so I waited for you. Okay. Alright, you made it back to the starting point anyway. See you at the next training. And Melody? If you need anything, let me know, okay? I'm trying not to get weird vibes because I'm getting weird vibes from everybody on this story so far, but I'm just going to take him at face value for now and say that was very nice. Thank you very much. And as a track coach, probably shouldn't be smoking, but hey, he can do what he wants. Yes, thank you. He made me, I love how you just like threw it away. It's like, oh shit. He made me goodbye and walked out of the park. My phone rang. I saw it was Theo and picked up immediately. Hey there. Are you busy? No, what's up? You mentioned Shane earlier, so he's back at the dorm. Feel free to visit him, he's not busy. How do you... I came back several minutes ago and saw him in his room. Thank you so much. I'll text you his room number. Good luck. And the call and walk straight to the campus. After I went past the concierge onto the floor I needed, I stopped in the middle of the hallway trying to find Shane's room. Where the hell is it? Damn, I didn't even have time to change. I felt disgusting. As I jogged, I had no time to change my clothes. All I could think of was the possibility that Shane could tell me something useful. Ah, there it is. I heard a quiet sob and then an obnoxious male laughter from a nearby room. The guy laughing was clearly having fun. His voice sounded familiar. Hey, are you looking for me? I guess so. A student was walking briskly towards me. Are you Shane? Yeah, and you're Melody? Fun name. For some reason he laughed as he approached the door, but at the last moment he stopped with his hand on the handle. So, why were you looking for me? I was told you had something to do with the research Tom was conducting. That curly hottie? Nah, I don't know anything. Any other questions? He turned the handle and walked in. I followed him. But you know Tom. So what? Why should I talk about him with some girl that I'm seeing for the first time in my life? If you know him, then you know he's my sister. Then you know he's my brother. Like, why do people always do this? Like, as if they don't know what's going on. Either they do or they don't, because they said it's the hot topic in the school. And if it's the hot topic in the school, then people also know that I'm his sister. Or maybe they might not know what I look like, I guess. Don't try to talk to me like you don't know what I'm talking about. But he's my brother. Brother, sister, aunt, uncle. Even if he's trying to remove grandpa from your mom's side, what does it matter? He's my family and I'm looking for him? Are you stupid? You know what? Don't answer that. Yes, you are stupid. We're all brothers and sisters to each other if you think about it. What does that change? The fuck? The noise from the hallway grew louder. It was hard to ignore. A quiet sob. A familiar voice that sounds like laughter. Is that what's that girl's name? We just talked to her early in this episode. Is that Michael? I need to get information. How do I go and try to play hero? Oh, Lord. I'm in a situation that's not safe. I need backup here. Between Michael and Shane here, I think I need backup. Ugh. I'm likely not gonna get answers out of this guy until I get some evidence on him. Is he gonna be that type of person? Is he gonna sit here talk around in circles like an idiot? But we're all brothers and sisters some way, so what does that matter? The fuck out of here. Oh my god. I think I might go to the hallway. I think I'm gonna go to the hallway. Able to bear it, I looked out into the corridor, but top of I noticed that Michael was standing near one of the doors. He was hugging some girl, making loud, gross jokes at her expense. I still couldn't see who it was, but as he moved away, I realized it was a freshman. I thought he was with Julia. Shane joined me by the door, though he's always taking different girls to his room. I have to wear headphones almost all the time. He and Julia are dating. On and off, the poor girl forgives him every time. And he's fine with that. These earthly feelings are so strange. Okay. One, I don't think Julia has a choice whether or not she forgives him from the bruises. But two, you just outed yourself to here, dude. Earthly? Never mind. Why do you care? People gonna piss me off not answering my questions in this story. Don't you have your own problems? Yeah, but you won't answer my fucking question. Like, what the? Are you high? You know what? Of course you are. I'm gonna take a couple of pictures. They might come in handy later. Good idea. I got my phone out and took several pictures of Mecca with the girl. Maybe this will help Julia see the truth. I don't think she had a problem seeing the truth. I just think she has a problem accepting it and maybe not able to get away. She returned to the room, got something resembling grape juice from his fridge, and sat down in his bed. Why won't you just leave? You didn't tell me to, so I don't have to. I mean, you haven't kicked me out yet, technically, so can you get answers? I'm not leaving without them. What will the answers change? Then I can know whether or not it's helpful to find my brother. Why is he always asking stupid questions? Like, not only does he not answer my question, which is already annoying, he asks questions that don't make any sense. Like, how stupid did you get? Depends on what you tell me. Is that so? Yeah, that's usually how that works. You took her quietly, looking at the wall. How badly do you want to find your brother? Enough to come here looking for answers. So sick of everyone thinking of me as this little girl who needs protection. I want to know what happened. It doesn't matter what it takes. Really. Even the fate of the world depends on the truth. What are you talking about? Fate of a loved one against thousands of others. What will you choose? Cold calculation. If I need to sacrifice something to save everyone, so be it. But if I have to, I need to know everything. I'm curious. Alright, I hear you. He headed to his nightstand and got something out of it. Here, take this. It's your brother's diary. How did you get this? Your brother left that to me the day before he went missing. He said if anything goes wrong, I must keep it safe for you. For me? Then why the fuck didn't you just give it to me? Why are you being a dumbass prick? I don't understand. Oh my god. So why didn't you lie you didn't know anything? I've already told you more than I should have. You didn't tell me anything. He gave me a stern look. For a moment I got the impression that the person in front of me was not a university student, but a tired older man. He is. I was supposed to keep that diary at the expense of my life. But now I'm giving that to you. Everything that diary says is a secret. If anyone learns about it, not only is your brother going to be in grave danger, but we all will. Who are we? What are you talking about? He slowly approached the window and pulled back as if he noticed someone. His actions became sharp and nervous. Crap, they're already here. Listen to me, take the diary and leave before it's too late. He approached me quickly and made me stand up and gently pushed me towards the exit. But you can't just chase me out. Actually, he can. This is his room. That's what I was saying. Earlier, he hadn't told you to get out, but now he has. That's fair. I'm telling you, leave right now. Shane pushed me out into the hallway and locked the door from the other side. Whatever. Let's take the diary. Let's go. I'm hoping that evidence does come into handy, though, because you had the option to ignore it. So there was a chance that you couldn't have gotten that evidence, but I do have it now. So I'm curious to see how that affects the story, if at all. It didn't say it would, but certain things haven't said that they would affect the story, but they have, I think, in subtle ways. Like choosing to go to practice, I think. I don't know. We might have been forced to go anyway. But certain things like that, I wonder if you didn't choose to help Murphy, would he have given you the answers to the test? If that would affect anything, we'll have to see. Because from what I'm understanding, I think she used the answers for the test. Which is ridiculous, but still. I was left standing in the middle of the hallway, clueless about what had just happened. So what do I do now? Read it. Go get to a quiet place and read that. Quickly. Before somebody finds you and takes that from you. I started banging on his door, but Shane didn't react. After a while, I had to abandon my attempts. Just as I was about to leave and noticed a missed call from Marshall. I didn't think for long before I called him back, and he answered almost immediately. What did you want? I thought you were on leave. Dry as my words surprised even myself. Yeah, Nicole said you can go back to your apartment. Thank goodness. I would like to examine everything one more time. Your brother's room is still not open, but the rest. I got you. Meet me by my apartment building. I hung up before I listened to his answer. I could finally go home, but it feels so weird. I squeezed my brother's diary in my hands and decisively headed home. In the evening, the building appears to be even scarier than usual. Marshall was sitting on the stairs with his arms crossed. Something about his position alerted me. Hey, why are you smiling at him? The last time you saw him, he completely blew you the fuck off. Like, I'm not happy. And you weren't either, just on the phone. When you answered the phone, you were like, what the hell? And now you're smiling? What? Like, pick an emotion, please. As soon as he noticed me, he immediately got up and put on a sweet smile. Glad to see you. Are you now? Shall we? Sure. We got up to my apartment floor. I tore the police tape off and let Marshall in. It was still chaos inside. I threw the diary into a drawer and walked into the living room. Maybe I could help you clean up? I thought you were going to examine Tom's room. Yeah, but... Hesitated at the door, lowering his eyes guiltily. I could see that he was unnerved by the situation as I was. I don't get you. One moment you want to help me, the next you don't want to talk. What's going on? Sorry, I didn't mean it to go like this. Well, how exactly did you mean it to go? Do you know how many times I've heard that phrase this week? People ask for forgiveness, but nothing changes. I know you're mad at me because I kept you in the dark, but that's for your own good. Robot eyes wearily realizing my patience was about to burst. Fine, I'll tell you what I can. What do you want to know? Just all of it, obviously. Jesus. Answer this question? No, I can't trust him. I won't trust anyone here until they give me frustrating answers. So that means I trust no one in this story so far. Absolutely no one. I trust my brother. How about that? He didn't really give straight answers too, but I mean, he didn't have to at the moment. I think he thought he had more time to. I wanted to see you. Why? Felt weird after what happened at the club. Are you mad at me? First of all, you made me go there to begin with. I didn't want to be out. And then you just ditched me after saying that we were going to come back and talk about whatever happened. And then not only did you ditch me, you completely ignored me. For days. Like, you're supposed to be helping. Like, if you're not going to do your job, then how about, why am I not talking to the actual police officer? I don't know. I thought I could rely on you. You can, I swear. I don't believe you. I promise. No more unpleasant surprises from now on. Well, I believe when I see it. to divert attention. This way it's easier for me to investigate your case. The more people think I have nothing to do with this, the better. Why's that? Because Tom is involved in something bigger, and the fight of the club is nothing compared to that. What do you mean, bigger? I can't tell you that for now. But I can rely on you. Okay. I promise, as soon as I'll tell you everything that I can. You're making a lot of promises. Yeah, okay. Question caught him by surprise, apparently. Why are you surprised? Nothing you've done is trustworthy. Sure. Why are you asking? Because nothing you've done is trustworthy? Because you left me. He lowered his head, crossing his arms. I'm sorry if I made you doubt me. I'm only trying to do what's best for you. Your methods are hella strange, you know? It's all just for your protection. From whom? From those who took your brother. And who are they? Alright, to hell with it. Did you want to see Tom's room? Go right ahead, I'll take a shower and change. Okay. I was the one to ask something else but stayed silent. I made sure Marshall was busy checking Tom's room, took a shower, and headed to the wardrobe to change. I'm not showing him the diary. I don't like that enough to purchase it. I'm fine with the plaid shirt. Marshall returned to the living room. I'd already started cleaning up. He immediately began helping me. It took several hours to restore the room, but it was finally calm and cozy again. As if nothing happened. What about that big crack on the coffee table? Was that always there? When we were done, I sat on the sofa and took out my laptop, checked the mail. Ramona sent me the materials they gathered. Maybe this will help. If that's just the theoretical part, that won't do much. I sat on the floor next to the sofa and focused on me. Opened the documents one by one, scrolling through them. At first there was nothing notable, but then a quote started appearing more and more frequently. There's no power without hatred. I wonder why this phrase comes up so often. Maybe it's related to something? Marshall kept watching me closely, but stayed silent. I typed the phrase into an online translator, looked at the Greek text, and realized it was the same phrase that was depicted on the diary's cover. But I can't tell Marshall about this. Please don't. Try next not to tell anyone. And more though, you can't trust him. Have you found anything interesting? Nope. I can tell him about the quote, right? Just a quote. I turned the laptop to him. The moment he read their words, his expression changed. He became more resolute, as if he'd seen it already. Do you know anything about this? This quote was carved in a destroyed ancient Greek temple. But it was long gone. It was destroyed when someone destroyed a temple on purpose. Because according to a legend, it was a place where 11 Olympian gods sacrificed themselves to save the others. 11? Hold on. There were 12 of them. What are you talking about? Tell me, what do you know about the Olympians? Let me guess, the one who didn't sacrifice himself was Zeus? Oh, God, here we go. There's some interesting things here, but for the most part, I'm like annoyed. And usually when I'm annoyed, I'm gonna slap a 3 on. So keep moving. Oh God. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna break this up. I might add this one to episode 7, but for now I'm gonna leave this as just episode 6. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to break too hard. But there's definitely some. I have problems. I have problems with what's going on. They're asking too much for me to like be romancing people that I don't trust and who clearly don't trust me with the truth. Like, people tell you that they're doing stuff for your protection and just talking around you. That's a lack of trust to me. Sorry, it always will be. That's just how I feel about it. And, they could have their reasons. I still don't believe that they're good ones. I just get this feeling like they're not good enough to justify keeping her in the dark like this. Because they always do that, and then, I end up in danger anyway. And it's worse because I don't know what I'm up against because you didn't tell me. You know what I mean? Like, that always happens in the story. Like, people try to protect people from stuff, for their own good, and then they get into trouble anyway. Especially, like, if these people, they supposedly know who she is, and they know she's like a dog with a bone, curious, then she's gonna go looking for answers. And if you're not telling her anything, then she probably go and look for those things without telling you that she's going to do them. Of course, I guess that's why they're watching her frequently, which is just creepy. But, you know what I mean, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this part right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and try the like button to love, subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!